All right, family. So the fast, Jackie, is going to start in your location, wherever you live, when that sun cracks the horizon, the morning of what people call Christmas, the 25th of December. That is the beginning of the fast. So when you wake up from your sleep, do not take in no coffee, do not take in no drink. Again, that's if you're doing the fast. And it's a dry fast. I will be coming on later on that day. We'll be reading scripture together, praying together. And we're going to stand in the gap for our brothers and sisters for that whole full 24-hour period from sunrise to sunrise. No water. It is a dry fast. Yes, 25th from sunrise to sunrise. It's going to be beautiful, family. And the same thing goes with December 31st. While everyone's getting ready and they're out there and it's striking midnight and they believe that that's the beginning of the next day, while they're in the dead of night, partying it up, giving all kinds of celebrations to Shaitan, the mighty one of this world, with their countdown, following his calendar, not the calendar of our Creator. We're going to be in the gap for them, praying on their behalf, that some of their eyes, because you best believe there are Christians that are going to be holding their own New Year's Eve parties at their churches. And they're going to do that at the strike of midnight. And they're going to say Happy New Year because they have no clue about the Messiah and about the Creator's calendar. For those of you who are able to, please do. But if you're not, like I saw someone here just said that they're nursing a baby. Of course not. You shouldn't do that. You should be taking care of your child. But those who are able-bodied, mentally stable, and knowing what they're doing and why we're doing this, you should try to do this. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Just know that if you don't do it now, there's a day that is coming that you're going to be thrusted into fasting and you're not even going to have a choice to fast. It is going to be brought upon you. It's going to be brought upon us. This great tribulation is literally around the corner. No water. If you people have issues, mental issues or physical issues, and you're on any kind of medication, again, not to sound like I'm someone who knows what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is to go to your doctor if you feel that you need to find out from him or her before you do something like this. Call your physician and find out if you're able to do so. If it will, we don't want anyone having issues and they have to go to the emergency room because they wanted to try to do this. The issue with a lot of us today, and I'm just going to be blunt about this, and this is why you need to start doing your own due diligence to find out what you can take naturally and not take these pharmakeia, synthetic man-made drugs. I won't say any more on that because TT is a snowflake. And they have these pharmaceutical companies' interest in mind when we talk about these things. So we got to remember that we're on a private so-called companies network, and they get to write the rules of what we can and can't say. Yes, we have to do holistic ways. Oh, totally. It is all voluntary. This is all voluntary. Again, for those of us who are able to do so, we're doing a dry fast. Now, if you want to do the fast differently, we're not telling you that your fast doesn't count. That's not what this is about. It's not about if you can't go dry, then your fast doesn't count. That's not what we're saying. And that, at least that's not what I'm saying. But like what we read in the book of Jonah, chapter 3. And my dogs, they will not be getting anything that day. Not in my house. We are not going to be eating for a 24-hour period. We will not be drinking for a 24-hour period. We are going to be sober, somber, and all about Yahuwah on that day. And the same thing on the 31st, on behalf of our brothers and sisters who are still in the pagan belief. The book of Jonah. Let's see here. Beyond, you ask, what book should I read to learn more specific about this? Yeah, so read the book of Jonah, chapter 3, and apply it to yourself as a personal application that you do before Yahuwah on behalf of your brothers and sisters whose eyes are not open to the truth. User 199, yes, my dogs love me. I'm sure everybody's pets love them, right? Well, the pets, they might not know any different, Kathy, but they're going to know that they're not eating. They're going to be bothering me all day, I'm sure. We'll see what happens. The 7-day fast, is it in Daniel? You got me stumped on that one, Yah Baruch. I do know that there is one in the, second Esdras? There was actually there was more than just a 7-day fast in there. I think it was like 21 days altogether. Daniel also had a 21-day fast as well. Yes, Trina. Yeah, Daniel's is a 21-day fast. Yes. James Graham, on another note, you're asking if there was no letter J, how come there are names with J biblically? Because that is the way that our translators have put it in. Take my dogs on a prayer walk. No, I won't be walking that day. I'm going to be stayed in the house, and I will be here live to come together with some of you who are able to, and we're going to pray and fast together. I will be coming on around 11 to 12 o'clock my time. RMS, you just received your TS 2009. Great. How do you like it? Do you like it or you don't like it? I came on here and this is what opened up to me. What opened up to you, Lux Couture? Oh, you love it, RMS? Great. It's beautiful. Victoria, we start the dry fast at sunrise the 25th. Yes, a Cosmic Heart just answered you. Maria, I will be coming on around between 11 and 12 o'clock on the me tag yours up here. Let me see if it'll allow me to. Why does it not allow me to do that? Approve. Okay, there we go. I had to approve your comment. I don't know why yours was not even approved to begin with. So, Vernette, you asked the question, how do I prepare my children for the Great Tribulation? First of all, you need to teach them about Yahuwah. We are to teach our children in the way that they are to go so that they will not divert from the path. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you have to lead by example. I know it's difficult as parents. Being a parent myself, we want to spoil our children. We want to give them everything that we want. And that is not showing love. We think that's showing love, giving them everything that we want to give them. But we are truly spoiling them. And it's only hurting them. And so when they don't get their way, they're going to hurt you. They're not going to care about your feelings because they're going to feel that you didn't care about theirs. And so if you teach, the world is not fair. The world doesn't even do that for us. The world doesn't give us everything we want. And so when the day comes that they don't get what they want, this is why we have people who are going out doing all these crazy things like mass shootings and all this other stuff, because they are not able to handle the pressures of the reality of this world. Okay, Cosmic Heart. Shalom to you, Cody. Have a great night. User 603, we are fasting on the 25th. Of course, you can tell that those dates have to do with pagan holidays. And we are fasting on behalf of our brothers and sisters who are in the Christian belief, to hope that their eyes will be open, that they will come out of this crazy delusion that is, we were all part of it at one time. If we weren't, it's probably because we just didn't know the truth to begin with and didn't even go into Christian circles or what have you. But nonetheless, it's still the same. The great delusion is all around us. It's so ironic that so many people of this earth celebrate these 2 days and they're not even Catholics. They're not even Protestants. But it goes to show the strength and the power of Shaitan to have blinded so many people's eyes to think that this is just a celebrating day. But they don't look into the origins of what they're doing. And that's where the deception lies. Christmas has a very satanic origin. New Year's Eve has a very satanic origin. Halloween, satanic. Mother's Day, Father's Day, satanic. Easter, satanic. The list goes on and on. And that's just not in this country. Other countries have their own high days. They're all pagan high days. They are not the 7 high days of Yah. And this is why he is going to destroy this earth and everything that is in it that doesn't line up with him. Only his word and his people will stand the test of this time. That's it. It's that plain and that simple. Everything else, no matter how little or mundane that a person may think, oh, but it's just Christmas. We're not worshiping anything. You don't know what you're talking about. When I hear people say that, I'm like, you are really delusional. You have no clue. That's why you talk like that, because you just don't know. And nor do you care to look into it, because if you care to look into it, your eyes would probably be open and you would never do it again. People expect it to be pitchfork and hooks and all this other stuff, like Satan is going to come to them looking like what they think Satan looks like, but he doesn't come that way. He comes in that red, big old belly, white beard Santa Claus riding on a sleigh with how many reindeers? I don't know how many it is anymore. or an Easter bunny or any of these things that look so nice and cute and fuzzy and funny and all this other stuff. But that's the great deception. This is how Satan works. And people don't see it. But if you came straight out and put a pentagram on the ground and put some salt and drew a circle around the pentagram and tell everybody, come on, we're going to worship Satan. See how many people come to that circle and to that pentagram. I bet you'll be the only one there. But if you disguise it as Christmas, or you disguise it as Easter, or you disguise it as New Year's Eve, or any of these so-called holidays, people don't even realize it. They're drinking poison and don't even know. And that's the deception. And Christianity and these Christians don't want to hear it, but if they would just be real with themselves, they will realize that it is Christianity that has promoted all of these holidays. Literally, every last one of them comes from the Catholic Church, which is the mother of the harlots. Yeah, it's crazy. It is so crazy, but it's true. It is so true. Yes, 31. Same thing about birthdays. Same thing about the birthdays. Birthdays is all pagan. It's all from Shaitan. It's self-worship. Yeah, right, Nazareth. Good intentions, right? So true. We cannot celebrate any of these things. But again, that's why we're doing what we're doing for these days that we're going to be fasting. And again, I can't speak of all the other people who are fasting on those 2 days, but just the fact that they are fasting on those 2 days, and I know it's the Nazarene because that's where it comes from. It didn't come from Christians. It didn't come from anyone else. It came from Nazarene. It came from us, our people. So this is our doing that Yahuwah has put on his people's hearts to do. And so we need to answer that call. If you can't do a full-fledged dry fast, you can fast from something. And through all of that, pray on behalf of our people. Confess the transgressions of our ancestors. Confess your own transgressions as well. This is what we was reading earlier in Leviticus. That's why I'm stuck here right now. Verse 40, chapter 16, verse 40, right there, what I have underlined right here. But if they confess their crookedness and the crookednesses of their fathers with their trespass, in which they trespass against me, that they also have walked contrary to me. And says, if we do all of this, and this is the part that gets it. So if we read verses 40 and 41, 42, all the way down, in fact, all the way from 40 all the way down to the end of the chapter, which is 6 verses. Okay. 6 verses, actually 7 if you count 40. But if you read from 40 to 46, that is pretty much what we're praying for. That's really what this is all boiling down to. Because then he says he shall remember his agreement with Jacob and his agreement with Yitzhak or Isaac. And he will remember his agreement with Abraham. And he will remember the land. We're ready to go to the promised land, people. I don't know about you, but my expectation is so high in my lifetime that this is getting ready to happen. I have people in my life that are literally like my cousins and my friends, my brother. One of my brothers anyways, they're like, man, you sound like you can't wait for this stuff to happen. I'm like, if you knew what I knew, you would too. Why would you want this to linger on? We should be praying like it says at the end of the book. Come quickly, Master Yahusha. Come quickly. Be done with this. We're ready. I don't know if we're ready, because not everyone's ready, but we need to be ready. RMS, our brothers of the IUIC, the Hebrew Israelites, yes, they are confused about a lot of things when it comes to the great news. And it's only because it has been prophesied that some of our brothers will be this way. He is going to provoke some of us to jealousy by using the Gentiles, that they can become part of the commonwealth of Yasharal, that they too can be partakers of all the promises and all the fatness that has been promised to the children of Yasharal. They don't like the fact that some of those people of light skin complexion who realize what their ancestors have done to our people want to cling on to the Messiah